Cruz campaign already getting into the swing of things. They have a new ad mocking O'Rourke for his name. Take a listen.
I remember reading stories. Liberal Robert wanted to fit in, so he changed his name to Beto and hit it with a grin. Beto wants those open borders and he wants to take our guns. Not a chance on earth he'll get a vote from millions of Texans.
You go after Beto for his name. Beto is obviously a nickname. Why? One, you didn't like that dirty pool when you were running for president and the president called you Lion Ted. You didn't like that kind of tactic. And, look, your name is Rafael. You go by Ted. Your middle name is Edward. That's an anglicized version of it. He went the other way and has a more ethnic version of his name. Why go after it? You're both doing the same thing.
Well, listen, you're absolutely right. My name is Rafael Edward Cruz. I am the son of my father, Rafael Cruz, an immigrant from Cuba who came to Texas with nothing and had $100 in his underwear, couldn't speak English, washed dishes, making 50 cents an hour. And my dad's journey of an immigrant coming to Texas seeking freedom, that's the American story. That's who we are. In terms of the jingle, some of it is just have a sense of humor. I mean, you actually miss the title of the song, which is, if you're going to run in Texas, you can't run as a liberal man.
Congressman, I know you have a punk rock past. Do you plan to compose a punk rock song to counter that jingle?
Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to continue to meet with and work with my fellow Texans on the big issues that we want Texas to lead on. We're the defining immigrant state. We should be leading the way on immigration reform, not being the sole senator, as Ted Cruz was, to turn his back on Texas and this opportunity to lead on an issue that we know better than anyone else in any other part of the country. I want to make sure that Texas goes from being the least insured state in the country to leading the way to ensure that every single American can see a doctor or a provider or afford their medication so that they can live to their full potential, finish their education, go to work, pay taxes, create a business, hire more Americans.
Yeah.
I want to make sure that we get our democracy back and return it to the people and get corporations and PACs and lobbyists and special interests out of the halls of Congress. And running this campaign in the most grassroots fashion that we've seen in Texas, all 254 counties, relying on people instead of PACs and corporations.
But Congressman,
that's the way to do it.
Why aren't you taking my punk rock bait?
Because I just don't think that's what folks in Texas want us to focus on. I mean, we can get into name calling and talk about why the other person's such an awful guy, or we can focus on the big things that we want to do for the future of our country.